come on out to my shed and I'm going to show you what I've been upcycling lately. It's our first real snowfall of the season here in Ontario, Canada. We got a little bit of snow sticking on the ground and it's making me feel like Christmas. So today I'm going to do a bit of a roundup of stuff that I've been working on. A lot of it is Christmas theme. Lots of inspiration here and lots of great ideas. If you are a reseller and you want to make some money over the Christmas season, I think you'll find lots of great ideas here. So I have lots to show you. Let's get started. Whenever I'm out thrifting or at yard sales in the summer, I always pick up baskets. They're so easy to upcycle and you can make them really beautiful with just adding a little bit of an embellishment. I just take plain, boring baskets and add a piece of hardware to them. I have a whole stash of hardware. I just pick through it and I'll pick one that fits the basket and looks nice. And it's such an easy way to use up all those little bits and pieces and make beautiful baskets you can fill with plants or add into your kitchen. So many ideas, but it's such an easy upcycle and they sell really well. This was an old drawer that was given to me for free. I went down to my parents at Thanksgiving and he had a whole bunch of scrap wood for me. This was in the box. I think it's actually a drawer out of an old sewing machine cabinet. And all I did was add a glass knob on the front and 2 glass candlesticks on the bottom, turned it into a beautiful planter that you can put out for any type of season. And it uses up all those little bits and pieces that you have laying around that you can create some really pretty thrifted or free decor. I found this basket at the thrift store. It was probably a little project that someone had done and painted Easter theme. It really needed to be upcycled and I love the way that it turned out. I did a chippy paint finish with some black chalk paint, white chalk paint, really distressed it, and then added my kitchen graphic. So much better than the before, and you always see these at the thrift store and you can pick them up and upcycle them into some beautiful home decor really affordably and turn around and sell them and make quite a bit of profit, because I usually see them around $2 to $3 and you can probably sell these for $20 to $25 after you've finished them. This is another piece of scrap wood that I got from my parents, and I think what it actually is the end off of a crate. I think there was 2 pieces and then it would have been made into a box. But as soon as I saw this, I thought it looks like a cutting board. So I did my polyacrylic transfer method with label sheets on this. If you have not done this transfer method, I'll put the link down below to the video because you have to try it and it works fantastic on plain wood if you don't want to paint it. I have a whole bunch of these. I have 6 or 7. I've only got 1 made so far, but love it. I also upcycled this shelf. It was a really ugly color and I forgot to take before pictures or I would show you. But I just painted it white and then I put a coat of black homemade chalk paint on top of the white and then really distressed it. Love the way that it turned out. And this was actually found in the dump. I found it for free. I can't imagine some of the things that people throw out and don't even donate it. So I brought it home from the wood pile at the dump, upcycled it, and it's going to go into my home. And I just love the shelf. A great big large welcome sign. I painted this scrap wood again that I got from my parents for free and painted it with some chippy paint techniques, some candle wax, and it just leaves a really chippy finish. And then I added my welcome graphics. Now, I've had a lot of you asking how to make your graphics larger. So I put a video together. If you haven't seen that, I'll put the link down below in the description because it's really easy to do and you can create really big graphics and you're not limited to your 8x10 size piece of paper. So many farmhouse signs that you can do with this technique. You'll have to check that out. Let's get into Christmas. I made a whole bunch of ornaments with some Scrabble tiles that I had in my stash and put them together on some wooden slats from shutters. So I basically put these together for free and they're really beautiful to hang from the Christmas tree, or they sell fantastic. So if you don't have Scrabble tiles, look for them when you're out at the thrift store, pick up a game and you can make some of these. And actually the ribbon from the top is from an old pair of flannel pajamas that were worn out. So I washed them, cut them into strips, and I've turned them into ribbon. So that's another way of getting some free ribbon that you don't have to buy at the store. A candlestick holder, an old teapot. Both of these were found at the thrift store. I spray painted it with black spray paint. And then when it was dry, I went over it with some of my white homemade chalk paint. And then I distressed it and added a graphic, one of my graphics, which all the graphics that you see today in my video are available in my Etsy store. I'll put the link down below in the description. If you see any graphics that you like, you can grab them. And I did the reverse technique to add the graphic on this. And then I sealed it all up with some polyacrylic sealer. It will be great to put some greenery, some Christmas greenery in it, and display it in the house for the holidays. And if you hear little footsteps coming in and out when I'm trying to film this video, Tina, she is loving the snow. She's shaking right now, but she's loving the snow and she's running in it. And this is what she looks like. Now, away you go and be quiet. I did a collaboration video with Sherry from Canterbury Cottage. If you're not following Sherry, you need to head over there to her channel. She's full of upcycling inspiration. But we did a video, each of us, on upcycling junk into Christmas ornaments. So I did a ornament out of a lid from a glass jar. I did some clothespin ornaments. I made some ornaments into snowmen, and I turned some spindles into Christmas ornaments. Lots of Christmas inspiration there, and all these types of ornaments over the holidays sell fantastic, especially the MDF ornaments. And if you head to Home Depot, you can go to their free wood bin, and they always have all kinds of MDF there. Turn them into Christmas ornaments and you can make some cash. This was just a silver platter that I picked up at the thrift store. Spray painted it with some primer and then painted some chalk paint on top. And then I just kind of distressed it a little bit so the metal could kind of show through. And then I did my Mod Podge reverse graphic transfer method to put the graphic on it, sealed it up with polyacrylic sealer, and it's great to display through the Christmas holidays. And I always find these pieces at the thrift store really reasonably, and they sell really well. Also, you can turn something that you buy for a couple bucks into $15 or $20. I created a couple Christmas signs with pieces of free palette wood that I found and cut them into arrows. Gave them a distressed paint with some red and white, and then added my Mod Podge reverse graphics on them. You can always find free palette wood, so keep your eye out for them. And I also did a video on how to price your DIYs to sell. It's a really easy formula to follow. It works really well for me. It's not going to work for every artist, but if I'm going to a craft sale or I'm selling on Marketplace, the formula works fantastic. And that way you can figure out what to charge for one of these signs in your area, and it just makes it a little bit easier. I'll put the link down below in the description. I've been doing a link down below in the description a lot in this video to watch that so you can get that valuable information. Now, my best seller at Christmas are my shelf sitters, and every one of these that I have made is on free wood that I found, and I'm doing my Mod Podge reverse transfer method. You don't need a Cricut. You don't need stencils. All you need is some chalk paint, a printer. It'll work either with an inkjet or a laser jet, and some Mod Podge, and you can make these. And when you're getting your wood for free and you're putting this together, you can make a lot more profit on it and keep them really neutral. You don't want to do funky colors because they're not going to fit into everybody's decor. I keep mine white and black, put my graphics on them. I could make hundreds of them and I would sell them all. So if that's something that you're doing, if you're getting into a craft fair, this is a great idea to put together a bunch of these. I've printed off some of my graphics to show you. Now I've just printed these off on some coffee stained paper that I made, but I have all kinds, and I love the vintage Christmas feel of some of these. And these all can be decoupaged, Mod Podge reversed. You can even just coffee stain them, throw them in a frame. There's so many possibilities that you can do with graphics, and you can also design your own too, and put together some beautiful projects for the Christmas holidays, or put together stuff that you want to sell. I am in love with this. This is an old cabinet door that I found in the dump. I brought it home. I painted it with some white chalk paint and distressed it, and then added a Mod Podge reverse graphic transfer method. But what I did for a little bit of a twist is I dry brushed on some color on top of the graphic, and it just makes it pop a little bit more. It's really easy. I have a full tutorial on how I created that, so you can see that. And then I just sealed it up with some polyacrylic sealer. This one's staying home with me. As you can see, this last little bit, I've been busy. I've been trying to get ready for Christmas, making lots of Christmas DIYs. And I hope you found lots of inspiration here. And also, I hope I've helped you out with giving you some ideas if you're a reseller and making a little bit of money with some of these projects that I've showed you here today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. And if you love this video, I'm sure you'll love either of these next two. Take care.